money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy KC, bringing a major mind to another major topic. And today I want to talk to you guys about making money. More specifically about MLM, multi-level marketing, and a common misconception or myth going around about MLM. Real quick, I just want to say, guys, I am not here to sell you anything. As you can see, I'm just in my car, just in an empty parking lot, just hanging out, just sitting here talking to you guys one-on-one as if you're a friend. Why? Because I feel like this is important information. So hopefully by the end of this, I can educate, inform you guys, and most importantly, empower you guys to go out there and make more money and do better things with your life. Okay, so that's the goal of this video. So first, let's just talk about what an MLM is and why people do it. At its core, a multi-level marketing company is a referral-based business. All this means is that they don't spend money, or they don't spend much of their money in formal advertising, right? Where you see billboards, you see ads on YouTube, any kind of advertising that you typically see on marketing. They don't do that. What they normally do is they do it through their people. It's a referral base. A person tells a person, who tells a person, who tells a person. At its core, that's what a multi-level marketing is. The reason why they call it multi-level marketing has to do with how people get paid through the company. And that's where the companies start to differ, right? There's so many of them now, and that's where they start to differ. But real quick, before I talk about that, let's talk about why people go into multi-level marketing, because this is important, and it was important for me. I've been in multiple multi-level marketing companies ever since I was 16. I'm 23. So why do people go into these? Well, the main reason is because there's little to no overhead to get involved. Right? Most times you only have to pay at most a few $100s, sometimes nothing, sometimes $20-30 just to get registered, right? And you get from there, you get the ability to make an income from home in your spare part-time. That's why people do this, because they can make money outside of their normal 9-to-5 job just by talking to people, right? So that's the main reason why people do this. But the companies do separate in how they operate things, which is why this multi-level marketing industry has a stigma attached to it, has a misconception attached to it, and has a myth going around it. So what's this myth? Okay, what's this misconception? It's that people think that this industry is a scam, or people think that this industry doesn't work, or that you can't make money in it, or that you can't make money and sustain it. That's the myth. Why do people think this? I can very easily tell you it first starts off with methods, right? That's where it starts off. Like I said, every one of these companies at its core is just a referral-based business. It's just a business that is working through people instead of working through advertising. That's typical to what you normally see, right? So why does it become so fishy to people, right? It has to do first with their product and their methods, right? Let's talk about product first. Anytime you start a business, no matter what kind of business it is, you're always going to try to figure out, how does my product separate from others of its kind? How do I create a necessity for my product? That's a problem that most MLM companies have, where their product is either too alike something else, right? Too close to something else, right? Or too unnecessary. You'll see some companies that sell bottled water. You know, bottled water isn't necessarily something that the average person is looking to take advantage of in any type of way, whether it be getting some crazy kind of water or making money off of it. It's not normally something that we think about, right? Or energy drinks, for example. That's a very common one. People go with what they know. And so when you try to give them something or sell them on something that is so similar to what they already know, it's not that your product isn't good in itself. It's that it's too much of a hurdle to get somebody else to agree with you and get off of what they already like and what they already know. So the need isn't there for them. And in order for a lot of these companies to operate and to get the product out, they have to artificially try to create a need in you as a customer, right? So, and then they have to find ways to talk about it in crazy ways, right? They invite people to, I've done this, right? We've invited people to big old meetings and not about the whole product and not told them what the meeting was about. You just have to have this crazy, intense, conniving almost way of getting people to see what they can do with this product, how this product can benefit them. You have such a high hurdle to jump off of that it's hard for your customers to agree with you, and it's hard for a lot of reps, a lot of people who are in the business to believe in it. And that's what a lot of reps that are in the company leave, is calling it a scam, because they think just because they couldn't sell the product, it was a scam. No, it's not that. It's that you were in a bad niche. You did not have a need, right? So it's not necessarily the company or the industry, it's the product itself. So as I go through this video, I hope to give you guys a guide on how to find a good MLM company, because you can make a lot of money and really free up your time. That's an important thing. You can make money in this industry and free up time for yourself because of it. Because if you find a way to make what you make at your job through an MLM, you can quit your job and have more time on your hands. So I really hope to give you guys a guide or like kind of like a checklist of what to look for in an MLM company and kind of in a business in general. So the next most important thing about an MLM when it comes to fishing out the bad ones from the good ones is the method of how you get paid. What the company focuses on. This is big, this is huge, because this is where the myth really sticks, right? This is where you can really weed out the bad ones from the good ones. I make this simple. It's people versus product. Do you get paid when you look at these companies? You got to ask yourself, if I join you, do I get paid more, or do I get paid more effectively or more often from the people in the business or the product that the business sells? That's the key. You want to find a business, right? You want to find an MLM where you can exclusively, if you'd like to, sell the product and make a solid income. If you can, some of these companies won't even allow you to sell the product on its own. I was in one of these companies. We didn't have the ability to just buy the product and sell the product. If we did so, it's literally against company policy. We could get, terminated or whatever for just simply selling the product in one-by-one form, even though we purchased it and we owned it at that point. We're not allowed to sell it. If you can't sell the product itself, right, you have a huge problem on your hands. That's how you know you have a people-based business. If only thing you make money, or if most of your money, or if the best way to make money through this company is simply by adding people to your team, right? You'll hear you get 2 people, and those 2 people get 2 people, and those 2 people get 2 people who get 2 people who get 2 people, and that just goes forever. This is all true. This is all true. It can go forever. It does work, right? But it only works if every single one of those people is A, has a product that is necessary for their customers, and B, has the ability to not depend on other people. Right? That's why having a product that you can sell on its own is important, because you don't have to depend on everybody else, right? Because if you get 2 people and those 2 people do absolutely nothing and you can't sell the product, where is your business? Where are you going? You're going to constantly find yourself in this battle trying to force these people to do something, and then finding new people to take their place, and then still keeping them around. Hopefully they're doing something. And it's a big stressor. I'm telling you, I've seen this firsthand. I've done it firsthand. It's a big stressor. And what will happen is you'll see these higher ups in the company that have this whole chain, this long chain of 2 people, or whatever it may be, 3 people, of all the people who did buy in and did what they were supposed to do, and find that whole chain, right? But you don't have any of those kind of people in your personal realm, right? So you can't replicate what they're doing because it's not up to you. That's a problem. And that's another reason why people call it a scam or a pyramid scheme. Because all they're seeing is, oh, the person at the top just got a bunch of people to do all the work for him, and now it's a pyramid scheme, right? That's a problem strictly because it's a people business, because all those people aren't just selling product, right? Because it's what people don't realize is every business has a triangle. You got a CEO, you got his people, right? You are an employee. If you have a 9 to 5, you're an employee. All the employees are below the boss, who's below the district manager, or below the regional manager. There's a triangular shape in every company. The difference is, how do all these people get paid? So a good MLM will allow you to go out there and sell their product one-on-one with people and make a significant income. A lot of the good companies will even allow you to have your customers subscribe to maybe your online website or something like that, where they can continuously purchase product, right? And you can continuously make a royalty, continuously make money off of that customer going through you to this company. It's direct sales, right? Where you don't have to worry. The only people you have to worry about is your customers, which is what every business has to worry about. You don't have to worry about the people that you brought into the business with you in order for you to make money. You can separate those two things. That is the best way. That is the best way to operate an MLM, and those are the best MLMs, because there's no problem, right? As long as you are in control, right? As long as you are on point, you will make money. The next big problem with MLMs kind of trickles down from the top two. It has to do with reoccurring fees. Some companies will force you or obligate you to consistently pay into the business in some way, shape, or form just to stay involved. For example, there's some companies that will make you buy product, in some cases that you can't sell, just to remain in the business, just to keep their compensation plan active. Meaning, just in order for you to continuously make money off your team, you have to buy product. That's how the company avoids or tries to avoid legal problems, by just paying everybody for bringing people, because every single one of these people has to buy product. So therefore, in the company's eyes, they're customers as well, right? If you have to buy product just to get into this business, and especially if you can't sell that product, you are going to find yourself in a conundrum, right? Because now you have all this product that you are either going to use yourself or give away, right? That you aren't making money off of. And if you find yourself in a time where you don't have any business coming in from people, you have all this product sitting around, you'll find a lot of people complaining about MLMs, how they have a ton of product just sitting around with nothing that they can do about it, because they had to buy it and they can't sell it, and there's not much to do with it. So that is gonna eat at your cost to run the business, and eat at your profit, and most importantly, it's going to stress you out. The only thing I would say that you should be okay with paying for is also the next thing that's important to look for when it comes to MLMs, and that's tools. If the company has some way for you to market, right? They provide websites for you. They provide video links for you and all types of things for you that will allow you to send to your customers and send to your people that are interested, and allow them to educate themselves on what you're doing without you having to do all the work. That is worth paying for, okay? If it's $20 a month, $30 a month, $40 a month, just for you to have a marketing tool, just for you to have a website, just for you to have all these kind of links that are pre-made, that you agree with, that you understand, that you can trust, that's worth the money, right? You have to have good tools in order to run a good business. The next thing to watch out for or to look for also bleeds down from the last one, and that's leadership. Leadership is very important, because the leadership in MLMs can really inspire you and really stress you out, to be honest. Some of the leaders in these companies have been around since the companies were started, and because some of these companies are people-based, everyone who got involved after them, they're making money off of. So almost every MLM company has somebody making tons, making 6 figures upon 6 figures, making multiple 6, whatever. A lot of them have people who are millionaires. I was in a business where I knew a 26-year-old who was making $2 million a year. Crazy. But some of these people, not that guy is not one of them, but some of these people, misguide you, because they haven't done the work that you are going to need to do in order to get to where they're at. And because of that, you can have a disconnect with these people, right? And another problem that trickles down from this is they have the mentality where everybody just has to get involved and they'll become the way they are. That's because that's all they did. That's all they know. That's all this leader may know. And what ends up happening is the business has this chain, right, of people, and everybody is being coached the same way and being talked about the same way. And what happens is, because they believe so much in what they're doing, and what they're doing is so simple to them, right, that the average person can't get it, and it excludes them. It becomes cult-like, because everybody is getting this specific message, or just get people involved, and if people don't want to get involved, then they must be stupid, and things like that. You know, like it becomes cult-like because they start to grab everybody and pull everybody in without allowing people to connect with other people. It's simply because it was so easy for them to get involved. And it's not the same. It's not the same for you just starting off with no money, little to no connections, trying to start the same business, right? It's not going to work out for you the same way. So it excludes some of these people and creates this weird cult following. And it can be, you can feel plugged into a system. You can really feel like you're plugged into a system and that you're walking in lockstep with other people. And that's powerful when you're in. But as soon as you Twitter on that line, as you back and forth across that line of in and out, and you start to think opposite or outside of what they're thinking, it really splits you down the middle and it hurts. So you want to find a company that'll allow you to be yourself, right? That'll allow you to market the company without excluding people. That'll teach you who to look for. That'll teach you how to talk to people. That'll teach you how to be you and be effective, not just to be effective, because it's important for you to. That's why people don't think that they can stay in these businesses long term, because they can't just get people forever, and they can't think like this forever and do certain things like that forever. That's why I've left some of these companies, because I didn't feel like myself. Okay? So find a company that allow you to be you, that won't brainwash you. Okay? It's what it comes off across sometimes. It really does feel like brainwashing. So you have to watch out for that. And my last point, the last thing to look out for or to be mindful of, trickles down from that as well, and that's bonuses, right? A lot of these companies have big bonuses, right? You get 100 people in 3 months and we'll give you a car payment. That's the kind of thing that they use to rope you into their mentality, right? Because when you know that you can do something like that, or when it's been told you that that's available to you, you start to look at everybody else who doesn't agree with that as crazy, right? So you get sucked into that mindset. And a lot of the times, there's so many stipulations on getting these bonuses that you'll have them sometimes, you won't have them another. I've had people that are like, oh my God, I got the car. And then 2 months later, they're like, oh my God, business isn't as good. They're not going to pay my car payment. I'm going to have to pay it. That's the kind of thing that you need to watch out for. You need to look for a business that'll give you bonuses. There's nothing wrong with bonuses and perks, but perks that aren't crazy stipulated, and perks that aren't pitched to you in a way that makes you feel like everybody else is stupid for not being you. You want to feel included in society, not excluded from society. And you want your bonuses to come as something that you felt natural. That's something you worked for, not something that everybody in your company worked for and got for you, or in your downline and got it for you, right? Okay, so that's important. Watch out for crazy stipulated bonuses. Watch out for leaders who put their bonuses out to you as if this is the reason why you should be in the business, because we're going to give you a free car, or because you're going to make $1,000 in a month or something, or something crazy. You're going to get $1,000 bonus. No, you want to aim long term. You want to think long term, something that's going to pay you long term, that's going to fix your life in a mundane way, in a simple way, in a just, okay, I'm making an extra $200, $300, $400, $500 a month. That turn in the next year, that could be $1,000 a month, and maybe the year after that, it could be $2,000 a month. Not, become a 6-figure income earner in 6 months. right? That's those crazy bonuses, those crazy things that make these companies seem like a scam. Watch out. So, in summary, is MLM a scam? Absolutely not. At its core, it is absolutely not. But it can easily, and I mean easily, be portrayed as one. It can easily come off as one. It can easily be ran as a scam. And that's why some of these companies do get shut down, because of how they're run. Okay? So you can come into one of these companies and make a ton of money, no matter which company it is. But the ones that you want to stick with, the ones that are going to actually benefit you, okay, in summary, are the ones that have a product that is necessary, a product that people want, a product that people can't just get anywhere, right? A company that has good methods, a company that makes you think like a real business owner. How do I get my product out to people, right? How do I get product out? How do I sell products, right? How do I teach people? How do I inform people about my product? Not how do I get people just to join me? Just join me, just join me, just join me. We'll make money, I promise, right? Find a company that is product based, where you can make money on the product alone. And then making money on the people is just a bonus of that company, not a requirement of that company, right? 3, you want to find a company that has good, low to little to no fees for you to stay in it, that don't require you to buy product to stay in it. You want to keep that low, because that's not going to help you at all when business is slow. Okay. Next, you want to find a company with good leadership, that don't teach you to exclude people, that don't run their business like a cult, that run their business like people, that allow you to be yourself and teach you how to grow as yourself and become a better person and a better business owner. Next, you want to find a company that has good tools, that allows you to go out there and market to people easily and get your message across easily. Again, without excluding people, without reaching like crazy, without crazy sales pitches and things like that. You never want to feel like you're pitching. You never want to feel like you're pitching. You always want to feel like you're having a conversation with people. Okay? And finally, you want to find those companies that do not make you think that you're going to get rich quick. Not a get rich quick scheme. You want to find those companies that make you think 2 years down the road, or a year down the road, or 5 years down the road, that show you that long term. And that has to do with the tools and the leadership as well, that show you that long term progression and don't market at you and throw at you these crazy short term bonuses that make you think that that's all that it's about. Okay? Because at the end of the day, MLMs are great as long as they don't run themselves like a cult. As long as they don't make you think that you're going to get rich quick, right? Find a company with a good product, find a company with a good message and a good method, and you will succeed as long as you put in the work. See you, Major Minds, next time.